Jordan Peterson is a Harvard and now University of Toronto professor of clinical psychology. He went from being born in a small town to a librarian and a school teacher to becoming one of the best known clinical psychologists in the world and having a massive YouTube following with over 2.5 million subscribers. And today we're going to learn his best advice on avoiding a major crisis by knowing your values. Rise and shine, it's Espresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Espresso to help you believe in yourself and start your day with more confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Over to you, Jordan Peterson.
Values aren't created, they're discovered. And they're discovered through a consultation with the parts of yourself that you're not conscious of, that you're not fully conscious of, that aren't articulated, that aren't fully articulated elements of your primary personality. You have to discover what your values are. And you're informed about that, well, partly by other people who will object if your values aren't appropriate, but certainly by a dialogue with yourself and with your conscience. That's a very important thing to know. It's part of the reason why I think that you need to tell the truth, because you're forced to negotiate with yourself to operate properly in the world. And if you've warped yourself, let's say, or some elements of yourself by engaging in self-deception and lies, and you're not now, because of that, you're not who you could be, and you don't live in the world as you should live in it, then when you discuss with yourself what your value should be, it will be as if you're discussing it with someone that you can't trust. And that's not good. Like, you can't afford that. Life is difficult and it contains many pitfalls. And unless you're careful and you sort yourself out properly and you aim high and walk on the straight and narrow path, you don't have a hope of understanding where you should be and at what time when the crisis hits. And the crisis will hit.
If you want to stop living the life that other people want for you, you have to understand your most important core value. I call it your who. It's from my book, Built to Serve. And when you figure it out, it gives you the freedom to start living the life that you actually want to live. Decisions become easier, life becomes easier, and your confidence starts to skyrocket. And I'm going to tell you how to do it in this video. So my who is believe. My one word is believe. It comes from my parents. They're here on my wall behind me. I'm 8 or 9 years old in this picture, and my parents are above me, and they would always tell me I'm Evan Castrilli Carmichael, that I can do anything that I believe that I can. My favorite movie is Seabiscuit, which is about this horse that is too small and a jockey that's too big and an owner that has no money, and somehow they all come together in the middle of the depression to create this amazing story. I love cheering for the underdog. I love the idea that if you just believe in yourself more, you're going to be able to create amazing things. And so believe is my one word, most important core value. It's my who. So once you figure that out, it gives you clarity over everything else in my life. So look at the videos that I make. It's always positive. All my videos are always positive. I always try to inject believe into everything that I do. Into this video right now, right here that you're watching. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome. Thank you for watching. I always try to make it about belief. Now, I may not achieve it. I may not have done a good job. You may not be feeling believe after watching this, but it's always my intention going in. It's why I don't have negative videos. If I did the top 10 stupidest things that Jordan Peterson had said, or the top 10 fights between Kanye and whoever, that would actually blow up more. That would blow up more. People would rather consume negativity than positivity. I just don't want to make that video. It doesn't fill me up. It's not my purpose. It's not why I'm here creating the content that I'm creating. And so when you figure out what your one word is, when you figure out what your who is, your most important core value, it allows you to stay on the path to create the life that you want. So if you come to me with an opportunity that is not about believe, it's an easy no. Where otherwise it's, should I do it? I don't know. The money might be good, but it feels a little gross, right? It's an easier decision path. And if you're bringing people in to join your team, you now know what you're looking for. I need people who can, yes, video edit. Hey, Christina. But I also need people who believe and believe, right? Who want to help other people out. So having that clarity gives you the rock to stand on, because you're going to be pulled in a million different directions, right? Your parents want you to do something. Your friends want you to do something. The news wants you to do something. The people around you are all telling you, do this and do this and do this. And it's like, you don't know what to do. And you see somebody with confidence, somebody who's off chasing their dream, and it's easier just to say, well, I'm going to go and follow that person, where you could be an amazing leader yourself. The only thing missing is you don't know what you stand for. When you figure out your who, you've got the rock to stand on. When everybody else is on quicksand and drowning, you're on your rock and you know what you need to do. So how do you find your who, your one word most important core value? There are 5 key questions you need to ask yourself. I'm going to tell you what they are, but before that, if you want to build more confidence and you want a daily email, a video for free every day, check out my 254 series. It's free. The link to join is in the description below.
If you're going to speak effectively, you have to know way more than you're talking about.
Okay, so what are the 5 questions you need to ask yourself to find your one word most important core value, your who? You got a sneak peek. It's in my book, Built to Serve. I'm gonna find it. We're gonna go through them together. You can get the book if you want to go super detailed on it, but we're gonna turn in here. Hold on, it's coming. We're gonna turn in here to page 20 together. I call these the 5 essential questions. Okay, so all of the good things that have happened in your life are connected. All the things that you love the most about your life are connected. And when you figure out what that connection is, that's your who. That's your most important core value. That's what you value more than other things. And now that you have clarity over that, you can project your life going forward and attract those things into your life, as opposed to having uncertainty and lack of clarity and just hoping that good things happen. So here are the 5 essential questions, okay? Number 1, who was your favorite teacher growing up and why? Right? Who was your favorite teacher growing up and why? Number 2, what is your favorite movie of all time? Number 3, what do you love most about how your parents raised you? Number 4, which successful person do you look up to and why? And number 5, what lessons do you want your kids to learn from you? Right? Either your current kids, if you have them, or your future kids. Asking those 5 questions. When you figure out the answer to those 5 questions, it's super powerful. And I just kind of highlighted them right now, but in the book it goes into way more detail. It's super powerful because you think, well, what does my favorite teacher is have to do with what my favorite movie is, has to do with what I want to teach my kids? Everything. Like, what do I want to teach my kids? Believe. What do I teach my son Hayden? Believe. What movies do I love? About believe. What do I learn from my parents? Believe, right? And so if you answer those 5 questions and you just come up with 3 words for each one, you'll see that there is some common thread. There is some commonality, and there's a reason why you gravitate towards that teacher, not because they taught you grade 9 science, because they made you a better person. Why? What in that did they make you better at? That's the thing that you still need right now today, just on a bigger scale. And so answering those questions and seeing what words keep coming up over and over and over again, that's at the essence of who you are, of who you want to be. That's the best version of you. That's your who. That's your one word most important core value. And it's one of the most important exercises that you can ever do in your life. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is your who? What is your one word most important core value? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you promise, you commit to take action after watching it, we don't just watch a video, we do something afterwards, give me a hashtag believe down in the comments as well.
My parents worked hard to pay the bills and to keep a roof over our heads. But even though my parents couldn't give us material things, they gave us something much more precious. They gave me and my brother strong values. They taught us to treat others with dignity and respect. They taught us to push for excellence in every single thing we did. They taught us to be humble and to be grateful for everything we had. They taught us to put every last bit of effort into our education and to take pride in our work. They taught us that our circumstances didn't define us, and that if we believed in ourselves, if we made the most of every single opportunity, we could build our own destinies and accomplish anything we put our minds to.
If you want to see Jordan Peterson's take on making sacrifices, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Before you can be a painter who can paint what's beyond mere memory, you have to inculcate that discipline, skill, and a lot of that is painful repetition.